I mean, I know money is very key, it's very key. But what has been your, and anyone can just raise up your hand to let me know this, what has been your greatest challenge in terms of monetization? Just one. Just one. We'll answer this, but let me just have an idea. Yeah. There's my mic.
I'm Delta State. So, my greatest challenge is the policies. We don't understand the policy. You know, after achieving opening to channel around October and achieving about more than 35,000 subscribers so far.
You have 35,000?
More than. So, applying for monetization, you know, started saying reuse content. I mean, we spend time in building this, and probably some people, you know, you don't qualify to see other people that are putting your content along the line. So far, you are not among the partnership, but and suddenly for reuse content, then they said you have to create a backstage, probably, you know, to appeal. Doing that again, they said no reuse content. These content are original. So why can't they mention what are the content, or why are they denying us? So this alone has killed our morale so far.
We don't kill it. But great question. Don't worry, Kendra will address that. Let me take one or two more just to get an idea, because we're here to solve your specific questions and problems. I'll come to you. Let me take the gentleman over there very quickly. Kendra, throw it back to me when you see your slides, okay? Okay. Just stand up very quickly. Your name?
My name is Vivian.
Alright, and your YouTube channel?
Pulse Nigeria.
And how many subscribers?
389.
You're a business engineer. It's good. I'm just kidding. That's a lot of subscribers. So what's your question?
So I just want to know why the RPM for the Nigerian audience is very low. Because just like you have the US audience, Canadian audience, the RPM is actually higher than the Nigerian audience. I just want to know the reason for that.
Okay. So we're just taking the questions now. Kendra is not going to take them just yet. I just wanted to have a sense of it, so that as she's making her presentation, she can adjust them as much as possible. I promise this table very quickly. How's everyone feeling? Day one, day two, I don't ask questions, and now monetization, I only ask questions.
Alright, my name is John.
Alright.
So I have 18,000 subscribers. Because I have the video on my channel that's about 300,000 views, and I made nothing from it. And
with 300,000 views, and you have a subscriber base of
18,000.
and you've not made one dime from that.
Yes, I think there are $70 or thereabouts or something really. Now, you keep demonetizing it all the time, and then whenever I appeal another month, I appeal 3 months, now going there another 2 months, or 9 months. And just as you said, they will say, okay, you use at the point. See, I started YouTube very early.
Wait, hold on, Ross, hold on. Yeah, I agree, it's okay. Idiot. You get one. But yeah, breathe. Just breathe. Kendra is here to help, the YouTube team are here to help. But also you need to understand, guys, that the jurisdiction and the laws are different in each region that YouTube operates. So that's something you also need to consider. Okay, are you ready? Let's take 2 minutes. Let's go.
So actually, I started YouTube early, about 12 years ago. Now, I have about 50 short films on that YouTube, about 60. And I've deleted all of them because of this monetization issue. I deleted all of them before I uploaded this movie that had 200,000. Like, I'm very engaging. Now, you see this content, I cannot know they can. Later, someone helped me, it was monetized. And after a few months, they monetized again. Now, I have to look at the content. These are my original content. Appeal, and then reapply for 2 months, and then even 3 months. Now, I'm going to do for July 11th.
Fantastic. Okay. No, so the reason is,
I need help.
I know, we will help you. Not help, we will help you. So the reason this event was put together is because of all these feedbacks you have all noticed. So do not be discouraged. The whole idea is that information is out there, but most people don't understand the information. I have some of the YouTube team members on stage so that we can address some of these. The RPM one, I think it's very critical, so we'll take a look at that. Yeah. What's your name? No, let me hold my hand. Are you alright? Don't get it. Alright, what's your name?
My name is
Solomon, okay, your channel?
Big Concept.
How many subscribers? I've lost 2 accounts of like 10K and 50K subscribers. So what do you currently have? Currently I have about 957 subscribers. Okay, you had to build from scratch twice. Okay, fantastic. So what's your question?
Okay, it's about the RPM stuff because I noticed there was a friend of mine that had about 3 million views on a video, like a 2 minutes video, and he was just paid about $700 and $600 for 3 million views. And it's not encouraging for people that are trying to. Yeah. So my question is that because I know that the RPM from the US, Norway, and those other places is higher than, according to my calculation, I think in Nigeria they are giving us about 0 point something. Meanwhile, in the US, they are collecting 2 points, 3 points. There are some countries that are collecting 5 points. So my question is that, is it that based on the population of creators in a particular region, like let me just say that we have 10 people in a room and another room we have 10 people, and we have 20 people. So if you are giving them like, let's say you are giving them 20k to share, is it that you are going to be giving the same quantity of people in the other room 20k? Because that is actually what is happening in the Nigerian YouTube community. So like, is it the same amount of like, okay, YouTube have made a budget that this month we are going to be paying $5,000 to creators in Nigeria, and this same month we are paying 5,000 to creators in Norway. So let's say the creators in Norway are like, let's say they are 10, meanwhile in Nigeria we are like 3 million. Does that mean that it's still the same
Picture that everybody will share. I get you. So thank you very much for that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please, we need to understand the context and why and what we're doing. All these issues have been discovered, which is why we're here for 3 days. So number one, we need to give YouTube a round of applause for understanding that there are issues that need to be addressed. So I'll hand over to the stage now so we can take some of those very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, right? We have so many creators always chatting about things related to why is my RPM what it is? What makes up the RPM? And I can hear from how you're describing it now that you have 3 minutes of thought and you're wondering, is it based on budget? Is it based on this? And so my own people, I'm going to try to answer it as best as possible. What I can share is one way you can see all this information. It's not a secret at all. You can see all in your analytics, what you're earning, and what your RPM is for the different markets. So that part we can cover. I'll also be able to share with you, when you say RPM and you get this random number, how do we come up with that, right? Like, what's the formula? You'll find that our formula is the same across the board. Right? There's nothing as it relates to RPM and payment, what you're able to earn from ads. That formula is the same here, and it's the same across the globe. So we don't treat the region or regions differently. And in the future, we'll be able to share as well the market context that influences some of these numbers. Does that sound good? Sounds okay. So, when you earn with ads, there's a couple of factors. So when we talk about RPM, right? So imagine put your video up and you get views, right? So views, easy to see that somebody is watching. From the views you get, what makes up the RPM is 3 things. The first one is what we call the flow rate, right? So imagine I post a video. Everybody in this room right now watches the video. Not everybody is going to see an ad because it depends on, as a creator, what I put on. So have I enabled skipping ads? Have I enabled not skipping ads? All of that stuff is on me, right? So imagine I've enabled all of it, there's an opportunity for an ad to be served, right? So you've got the view, you will click on it, now you're looking at the fill rate. And the fill rate is of the views that you get, what percentage of that is a monetized view? What percentage of the people that click it today are being served an ad? So that's 1%. That's one factor that's making up your RPM. The next part is actually the CPM. This is cost per million. And this is the thing that's different per market, right? So if we're all watching and happen to be based here, our CPM might be the same because we're all in the same area. If this audience is watching, but the exact same amount of people is also watching from the US, where the CPM is different, that number might become different, right? So, but you look at the flow rate, and then you look at the CPM. And the CPM is very much related to what advertisers are paying, where they are advertising. So you can make a video in Nigeria, all the people are coming from whatever country, that CPM is what's put on that. Then the last factor is the revenue split between ourselves and the creator. That stays consistent. And so those three things, right? Flow rate, your CPM, and revenue split, those three things make up the RPM, and the RPM will fluctuate. When we spoke about value, we spoke about seasonality. It's the same thing in the advertising space. I don't know if you noticed it. In December, lots of brands are trying to launch things, advertise things, and they're spending more. And so you can see that there's an increase most times in the CPM in that equation that affects the RPM. I hope that's not too technical, but those are the factors that are considered, and as it relates to the market context, I think Tutu will be able to share more on that.
Thanks to our okay, just for a few market context, by the way. So I lead on YouTube marketing in Africa, and we get this question a lot. This is why we put this program together. Like, why and how can I earn better? A few factors. We're what we call an emerging markets. Same thing with Middle East, Africa, Turkey, Russia. There are many markets that are emerging. You'll be surprised that on YouTube currently, on a daily basis, you don't have the whole of Nigeria on the platform yet, because it's cost of device, it's cost of data, there's local content you're trying to bring in. You don't even have a lot of Hausa content on the platform, which is why we have to start thinking, okay, how can we support the northern markets? Look at the population in the north, for example. If brands know they can reach them on YouTube, clearly they will put more advertising on the platform and you guys will make more money. But if they are not there because they don't have devices, cost of data, then there is no Hausa speaking content. It defeats the purpose. So there's all this market content that is important, that users of the platform, we're trying to grow them, and where do advertisers go? They follow the user. Right? So you might see it, you might feel like there's a lot of ads on the platform right now, but not as much for us to say everybody will get a chunk or a share of the advertising revenue. So part of what we're doing is, and I'll talk about it at the end, we do a lot of work with telcos. I don't know if many of you have seen all the buffet campaign we've been running with MTN, for example, exactly. When we're saying, get on YouTube, enjoy about 10 hours for 500 naira. And they say, oh, there's Rashad, there's this content, there's that content. Just trying to build interest in users. Because if we know we bring in more users, advertisers will follow, right? And then those eyeballs are monetizable. Right? So it's a whole ecosystem that needs to be improved. But like what Tuala said, firstly, on yourself, because I do know a lot of creators and I engage with them. There's a lot of creators that are doing remarkably well, comfortable. YouTube is a full-time job for a lot of them. It's a business of it, right? And they're doing well. But they've mastered all the monetization opportunities. Tuala mentioned, have you turned on all the possible features? Is your content appealing and relevant to make sure that every monetizable content and eyeball gets to see an ad? So we'll talk about it in the end on what the opportunities are, but understand the market. The market is still evolving. And then comparing it to the US, and we're still in the early stages. So I'm optimistic that in the next few years, when more and more people begin to come online, we see more ads coming in, and the rest share with creators will improve. I hope that's helpful.
All of the other analytics, you can even look at revenue and look at where it's coming from a geography perspective. So when we speak about all of these tools, when we spoke about AI yesterday, multi-language audio, all of that stuff, we can literally track to see, okay, I'm actually earning a lot from here versus from there, and then adjust your strategy accordingly. So hope that was helpful. I'll hand that over to the MC.
Thank you very much, Tuana. Big shout out to Tuana too. So what we're going to do is Rachel will be back, and I know this particular topic is a burning issue, but we want to get a sense of everything. Remember I told you we're having a Q&A, so we'll get a chance to address some of these issues. It's a very fluid event, so please understand that we are here to answer your questions and to make it easier for you to be part of the YouTube ecosystem. On that note, it is with great pleasure I call up on stage the Nigerian actress, screenwriter, film producer. She's made her Nollywood debut in the movie Boys Club. How many of you have watched Boys Club? Okay. Thank you. Boys Club, and since then has had over 50 movies to her credit. As a screenwriter, she's written and co-written several movies, including Masters Arising, Heart of